if NBA Live don't become simulated, then that will be the end of NBA Live as we know it. If NBA Live is coming out with another game, if it's not simulation, it's not going to work. People get stuck in the past about what NBA Live did and what it used to be. But y'all, like, let's be 100. From me and a lot of other people, we all share the same story. A lot of our last serious NBA Live was 2000. After 2000, a lot of 2K was played. Mine was 2003 because I didn't go and get because I had an Xbox. So I got 2K3 on the Xbox, and I just really, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really like it. I kind of went back to Live because Live really sold me with the contract. I'm not the contract, with the soundtrack. I said contract. But they sold me with the soundtrack and a lot of things they had going on in that game, a lot of new features. You know, they sold me on 2003. I mean, if you guys can relive that moment from back then, they was heavy on the commercials. They was heavy promoting this game. You know what I'm saying? So it just seemed like a cool game to go back to at the time because I didn't really play 2001 and 2002 like that. I got it, but didn't really play it because a lot of my time went to the Dreamcast. A lot of us grew to the simulation part. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, that's what kind of divided the NBA basketball community. Back then, every game was casual with a little bit of simulation in it, you know what I'm saying? But for the majority, even though games back then said simulation and arcade and all that, nah, man, every game played like an arcade game. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing serious in those type of games. You know what I'm saying? Well, nothing in the world serious. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, for whoever thought differently, it's cool because I just didn't see no simulation in no NBA Live. You know what I'm saying? And 2K brought up that simulation. 2K brought up that simulation, you guys. And let me just, you know, because I want the gameplay going, but I want to really talk to you guys, man. So you have a whole generation that was raised up. That's 25 years. Now it's about to be 25 years since arguably NBA Live released a good game. It's still people that think that they haven't released a good game in years. It's still people that think this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's still people that didn't even know Live 19 even came out. A lot of people did not know that, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't know that. And I know it hurts hearing that if you're a fanboy, but man, it's the damn truth though. It's the truth. I'm Vern Lundquist. It's just the truth. They didn't really, people, they market the game good, but NBA Live, man, was dead. NBA Live was dead after the 2000s hit. To some people, it started to shift. A shift began from simulation, true simulation, to arcade type, or AKA casual. It's a difference in gameplay, and that's why I feel like the war is at. The war is between casual and STEM. A whole generation, you guys, now 25 years is invested on simulation gameplay from 2K. That's all some people know, man. That's all some people know. When people say NBA Live got a bad name. NBA Live last good game was Live 10. And that still had flaws. I still think 2K was still better though. You know what I'm saying? By just animations and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? NBA Live, they had a lot of repetitive animations, a lot of repetitive shit going on. So I really can't put that game above 2K10 because of those animations. And we're going to get to that. You know what I'm saying? I got all those games we're going to get to. So we just getting the party started. We're still over here just playing around on the PlayStation 2 world. We're definitely going to move up and give you guys more content as time move on. But right now we're having so much fun on the PS2, soon to be the Xbox. you know, PS1, Super Nintendo, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going nowhere for that. But back then, you guys, this is all the NBA stuff we knew. All we knew is casual stuff. We didn't see it like that, but that's just real. 2K brought us something different. And when that happened, it changed the game. So my thing is this. They don't need, like, NBA Live, if they want to be out and they want to come out and be successful in the market, you have to become more sim. If you don't do that, it's not going to work. Casual games now, you guys, just don't work. You can bring out an NBA Jam right now. It was a classic back then. Those games worked back then, man. Those games worked back then. They don't work no more. These kids wasn't raised off arcade. They was raised off simulation, simulated gameplay, real animations. When they see something funky, they like, oh my God, what is that? I'm just speaking facts to you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? I know some people ain't gonna understand, and it's cool. This is just the real shit. This is the conversation that's going on, you know, with us people that actually play the game, us real true basketball players. It's more of us than it is casuals, man. It's more of us than casuals. Casuals complain about shit was going on in the park, and as I go back, even the park not bad. You just got casuals complain and complain. Real people don't complain about 2K, bro. Like real gamers, not worried about that. Not. I've grown to understand and realize and appreciate a good basketball game for what 2K has given us. That's just me. I can sound like a fanboy all I want to, and I guess I am, because I'm just gonna play the better game. I'm gonna play the better game. I was rooting for Live, man. I don't think anybody dedicated more of their time and life and energy to the whole NBA Live movement besides me. The same person that left NBA Live really in 2000, you know what I'm saying, was like, yo, I like 2K better. 2K3 didn't come out on the Dreamcast, 2K4 didn't, so it took me a while. I didn't have a PS2. I was staying with the Xbox. But I still rock with 2K, but yeah, man, I go with a better game. And I think if NBA Live and EA Sports, if they want to still continue to be on their route, maybe they can tag along with another company that can actually help them get to the level that they need to get. Because right now it seems like they're ducking a lot of smoke with sim basketball. You can't run from it. You know what I mean? And a lot of their fan base, a lot of EA Sports fan base is drawn off that casual type games. And that just don't work nowadays. You got things that work, things are. I almost missed this out. Look at 2K Playgrounds. I don't know exactly what it did on sales, but I don't think it did very fucking good. You haven't seen another Playgrounds, and when it was out, it was barely even streamed. Like people wasn't even streaming the game. People wasn't talking about the game. A couple YouTubers I seen go try it, go play it. They did like one video, almost like Live. They do like 1 or 2 videos and that's it. You don't hear nothing back from them. The game was not good. If the game was good and it was playable, because they do get views off of it. Just like a lot of people, when they put NBA Live stuff out, they get views on that shit, but they don't continue to do it because they know the game isn't good. You know what I'm saying? They know the game isn't good, and they got their own fans in the comments like, yo, what the hell are you playing? Like, go look at any damn YouTuber, big YouTuber. I done seen iPod King Carter do it, and he had a lot of good comments, but a lot of people like, yo, them animations look weird. It's crazy. You got to ask yourselves, why didn't they continue to do the content throughout the year if Live 19 was so good? Because it was basically given to the people, certain YouTubers, for free. iPod King Carter got it. What's my man name? I don't know if Flight got it. The tall dude, LSK, I think he got it. Like a lot of YouTubers got the game for free. You know what I'm saying? My man, Cash Nasty got it. A lot of these guys got the game for free. They put out a couple videos and that's it. Why you think they done that shit? If the game was so good, if the game was so good, they would have kept on doing it. The views was there. They definitely got paid for it, but they only done it 1-2 times and that was it. They just couldn't continue to do it. iPod tried to get a series going with it, but as you see, it didn't stop. It stopped because he just couldn't play the game. You're gonna go real true basketball gamers is never gonna leave 2K for live, y'all. It always gonna be an option B for something you can go over there and laugh with your friends with. But until they change their ways, that is the only way they're gonna get respect out here in the basketball gaming world. Because right now they have a bad name to a lot of people. This whole generation just know live is just the weird game that just didn't never get it right. So if NBA Live wanna come back, man, they have to become simulation. That is the only way. The only way it's gonna work. It's not gonna be another way you can get this game to do good on the market. It have to be simulation basketball. Have to be. Now, NBA Live has tried the sim route several times. Have tried to become more simulate a little bit. In about three titles, I say. NBA Live 98. But this right here is definitely had, you can see that was going a whole different direction with this game. This game was just different. It gave you more of a basketball feel. It brought players really to life in this game right here. So Live 98 for sure was going in the sim direction. Live 99 and 2000, it became more arcadish. It definitely wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of the EA Sports fan base is casual gamers and they don't want anything too hard. Think about what happened to Elite, how Elite tried it. It didn't ever come out, so I'm not going to put that on the list. But you got to think how they tried it, and it was just too advanced. It was too hard. It was too difficult. People was complaining about it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just giving it a shot. You know what I mean? Like 2K dribble moves at the time, their dribble system was a little hard. But people took the time and they got it together and they understood it and they finessed it. You see what I'm saying? Things just take time. And I'm going to tell you, EA Sports fan base, their main core fans, they don't want nothing hard. But that challenge right there is keeping them from selling copies because people don't respect things that are just easy. If you go in with an easy dunk, they're not going to respect that. Especially they feel like they play D. Everything you do with an NBA Live with a 2K gamer or a person that plays real basketball, it's always going to relate back to 2K. Like, man, 2K, we would have got that block. You know what I'm saying? It just is, bro. It's just how it is because we actually played a simulated game and we know and understand how things supposed to be in a basketball game. That's where the respect level comes from 2K. And even the casual fans over on 2K, like it's a lot of things with them and their expectations. They don't want to see no rigid and crazy animations either. So, you have 2K casuals on that game. You got people that just play My Career offline, they cool with it, but they're not going to even touch NBA Live because just from the quirky animations not being simulated, things of that nature. So you have to put sim in your game. And the thing is, how are you going to do that if you're not doing any type of mocapping, anything far as with the real NBA basketball players? Unless you're getting people to emulate your shit. I mean, I guess you can do that, but that's still going to kill the real feel of the game because at the end of the day, when you're playing with Kobe Bryant, you want to actually feel like you're playing with Kobe Bryant. That's the feel that NBA 2K24 give me. If I'm playing with LeBron James, I want to feel like I'm actually playing with LeBron James, not just looking at him on the court and just looking at his jersey number and his name and that's LeBron. It looks like LeBron and just doing whatever I want to with it. See, that's not the game. That's not what simulation people want. And that's not even what is asked for in the market. If you're not sim, go home. Look at RBI Baseball, you guys, before we get out of here. Look at RBI Baseball and look at what happened. That arcade casual shit just don't work. People is not gonna go to it. People want a complete field basketball baseball game. It's simple as that. So if you don't have none of them in your game, then it's not gonna work. It's not gonna sell copies. You're not going to win or compete with the war at all. You're gonna lose. You're gonna fold every single time because you want to stay arcadish. You want to stay old time. RBI Baseball was one of the best baseball games of all time in the 90s, late 80s. You see what I'm saying? So we actually kind of closed up because Bases Loaded became one of the top after RBI Baseball, but late 80s for that. So that same style, I mean, that same sound, they tried that, y'all. They try to bring back. They even had old sounds after you hit the baseball and the RBI baseball. You had all of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that in the game. That shit don't work in the modern day. You know what I'm saying? It just don't work. People want real sound. People want authentic things to happen. You don't want to see now. You know what I'm saying? You're not going for that nowadays. Old stuff don't work now, y'all. Those days are gone. If you wanna enjoy that, all I can say is go get you an emulator or something that you can play these games on and enjoy them, because they're not coming back. The market is not built for that when it comes down to sports games. Every sports game need to become sim. RBI baseball was headed the right direction. They just got announcers in the game. Like they was going to the top, but MLB crushed them. The only thing they had for them was the Xbox sales, and that's it. They haven't been out ever since MLB came. They haven't been out. They ain't even said anything, and they was right there competing with them. And I respect them for competing with them, trying to come out every single year, man. I respect that. I respect them more than NBA Live, because RBI baseball came out at the same time. They came back 2014, and they made a game consistently up till, what was it? Maybe 19, 20. No, was it 21, 22? Something like that. So they made a game every year consistently. Every year, boom, 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 boom. If I'm not mistaken, they kept on going. I forgot what year they stopped. I forgot. I want to say maybe 20, but they tried. NBA Live didn't give us a game every single year. You know what I'm saying? They didn't, which I feel like, a basketball game is definitely more harder to make than a baseball game. I agree, but RBI baseball, they try that old shit just like Live did. That's why I compare those games so much, because even when you play a modern NBA Live, it still have things in it that are kind of like, okay, this is NBA Live right here when it's coming on, because like its own signature music, its own vibe, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Even come down to certain sounds, like people, it brings back that nostalgia. But that shit don't work, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It just don't work. People nowadays, gamers nowadays, think that shit is just weird. Just if you're not modern, if you're not coming correct, then you're not simulated, then you might as well just hang it on the shelf. It's not gonna work for you. That's why EA Sports bought Madden, brought the license for Madden, because they already knew 2K was bringing something that they weren't gonna bring. They want to keep giving you the game every year, the same shit, just to update the rosters and make a little feature change, and that's it. Milking y'all dudes. Like, I don't buy Madden. I play it free on the Game Pass when it come free, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Hell no, I'm not buying that game every year. It was one time I didn't play Madden in years. I just picked it up and I'm like, damn, they actually got the same fucking controls. I mean, of course, this thing's different and been upgraded, but for the main part, everything is the damn same. I'm like, damn, I haven't played this game in this many years and they haven't changed none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, but they brought that because they knew simulation was going to kill the market. They already seen what it was doing for basketball. So, you know what I mean? The EA Sports know their technology is not going to get them there. Their technology, as far as making games, is not deep as what we think. Take-Two Interactive really got the bag of making a realistic game. They just got the bag to do it. They add detail. I was playing 2K24 the other day, creating a player, and it was one thing about it. They had other face scans in the game. Like, let's say Chris Paul. You're like, sometimes he didn't wear a headband, but they had face scans with him having a headband on, so you can basically change and have different looks for him. Then another thing was the accessories. The accessories, man, like, you can have a headband on sometimes, and you know what I'm saying? And some games you don't have it on. Like, little detail, bro. Little detail 2K always had. They always guarantee you that. So if NBA Live trying to compete and they want to keep that same name and that same energy, because me personally, I think they just should team up with another company. You know what I'm saying? Just like PlayStation, Sony Studios, I think they made what's the game they made? My Life, or whatever, the Life, the different volumes of the Life basketball game. So they need to do something, you know what I'm saying? Team up with another company, Konami, anybody, man, like, because it may take two of y'all to be able to make a good basketball game. But just coming out, just being regular casual NBA Live, y'all might as well just keep that on the shelf. You might as well just keep it, because it's not gonna work. You guys untried, and that's to me been the biggest problem. You gotta connect with the culture. You gotta get up with the culture, and the culture is simulation. That's what's gonna win. When you do a realistic move and it don't look weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have to get to that point where your animations is top notch, and it looks like you can sit back and be like, oh, that looks like a real basketball game. Back then, this right here looked like a real basketball game. You couldn't tell us nothing. You couldn't tell us nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just because of the times we was in, the TVs we had. You know what I'm saying? I mean, things was, you know, it fit for its time. This was 2K back then to us. You know what I mean? This was 2K, and they did a very good job of that. But this was the 90s, man. NBA Live ran shit in the 90s, but in the 2000s, nah. And a lot of people is definitely going to disagree. They're going to say 2006. They're going to say 2005. I hear you, but no one won't playing that shit in my hood. We was all on 2K. I'm just being honest, you know, but I'm just, hey, for those each his own, you know what I'm saying? The different times, different people don't come in the comments. Oh, yo, no, that's not true. And I'm just telling you my experience. I'm giving you guys my gaming experience when I was younger, when I was a kid, what went on in my neighborhood. That's what I'm giving you. If the same thing didn't go on in your hood, hey, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to have a baby about it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got different opinions about different situations and experiences that they had in the game. I'm just giving you mine. That's all I'm sharing. If I didn't really play a game, that's why I'd be hesitant about showing you guys a lot of games, because if I didn't play that game, then I'm just showing it for you. You know what I'm saying? I want to be genuine about the games that I share, because I want to have that experience. Like when I go back and I'm actually cutting the game on, like I make sure that this is actually my first time going back and experiencing this game myself in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So if I haven't played that game back in the day, it's kind of hard me doing content about it if I can't relate to it. You know what I'm saying? I can't relate to it, so I don't even know what's going on. I have to be able to play it and understand it. Certain people play different games. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments, man. About NBA Live and the future of it, what they need to do to actually become that game again. You know what I'm saying? That game that people can actually play and enjoy and you know, for hours at a time. I mean, you got the casuals can do it, but what are you going to do in the simulated community? What are you going to do to be able to stay afloat and be able to continue to make basketball games, good basketball games, and continue to make your money? Because you're not going to make all your money just off sales. 2K has done proven that. It's not all about sales now. They're making more money off VCs. Are you actually going to become microtrans? Let me tell you something. Don't act like you're not greedy, EA. Like, don't let the fans fool you. I mean, you've been charged and doing. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, y'all, it's like y'all kind of started the whole microtransaction shit when it came down to like sports games. I mean, as far as I understand, Fight Night right now, they're still charging people for that game. Last time I played that game hard was like a couple years ago. And I mean, I even bought stuff points and y'all still charging that game. That game old as hell. And y'all still charging for like microtransaction in that game. So just don't act like you're not the king of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people is going to deny that and be like, well, 2K this and 2K that. Don't worry about 2K. 2K is very smart and they know how to keep their game going. They know how to invest and put into their product and make their product better. 2K is the game every year that's going to give you things in that game that you be like, damn, we didn't even ask for this. But it was a valid it was a valid thing that was needed in the game. You know what I'm saying? They just put it in there. That's what I love about it. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what little small feature is going to be added, something that you can do in the game. That's what EA Sports is not doing. No matter how much you hate 2K or whatever, this, that, and the third, it is what it is. I just wasn't a part of the culture one time, man. I just was over and playing one game, doing that, you know, I was just mad at 2K one time. So, yeah, I said 2K was trash at one point. Hell yeah, but shit, like, I'm back on my sim shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. It's a big awakening. And going back playing these older games, that's what kind of woke me up, I'm gonna be honest. Because I'm at a point now, I'm like, damn, I woke up like, yo, this is why I stopped playing live. You know what I'm saying? When I went back and started playing 2K5, that really just opened me up. Like, damn, bro, like, I can't even play live. And that's how I was back then. I couldn't play live on 5. The game was just so different compared to 2K5. So it just kind of woke me up to loving 2K again. So now I just been invested into it. You guys already see my 2K Eras videos I've been dropping. So I'm just fully invested in the 2K, man. Like for real. But any 90s NBA Live, or I'm for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm with it. You know what I mean? It was fun back then for its time. But going back trying to play a modern NBA Live, it just doesn't hit like these old lives do. You know what I'm saying? The old lives just hit so different back then. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, let me get up out of here, man. You know, what y'all think, man? What are y'all thoughts, man, about it, yo? You know what I'm saying? I just had to let y'all know that NBA Live got to be simulated. Simulation is needed. Simulation is wanted. And if you're not bringing simulation, you're gonna be just like this right here. You know what I'm saying? It's running in place. That's all you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be running in place. You're not gonna be moving forward. You're not gonna be moving nothing. You still burning some cardio, but you ain't going nowhere. So if you don't want to continue to run in place, EA Sports, get with the culture. Because right now, you're not with the culture.